Hey guys, we're going to go over the homework together. We did number 1 in class together and the answer was 2 comma 2. And now we need to do the other equations. Remember, this is a classwork grade, so these are worth 20 points each. Let's go ahead and do number 2. Now remember, try to do as much of this on your own. Pause the video as much as you can to see if you can figure it out on your own, okay? So since we're going to use elimination here, that's what this E stands for, we decided to use elimination. So the question is, there's a couple of ways to approach this. Do I want to eliminate the x's or the y's? So if I want to eliminate the x's, look at the smaller number 1. I can multiply that by -2 so that it will eliminate with 2, which means I want to multiply this by -2, -2, -2. Or let's say I want to eliminate the 3 of the y's. Then I would say, hey, which one's the smaller of the two? 1. So 1, if I multiply that by -3, that will cancel out with this +3, so I would multiply by -3, -3, -3. So I'm going to decide to multiply the bottom by -2 so that these two will eliminate. But remember, you got to multiply here, here, and here. So the top stays the same, 2x plus 1y equals 6. -2 times 1x is -2x. -2 times +3y is -6y. And then -2 times -7 is +14. So let's see here. I'm just going to double check my work because this is my second video because I messed up on the first one. All right, so we're going to add these together, and add these together. So 2x plus a -2x is 0. That eliminates. 1y plus -6y is -5y equals 6 plus 4 is 20. Divide by the same sign and number. That way you get a +1y equals -4. So I've got a -4. Oops, not in the x spot. I'm going to put it here for now. I don't know what this is going to be yet. So then you got to decide, you have to decide if you want to put this -4 for this y or this y. So let's say I decide to do the top one. So then we write the 2x gets rewritten plus the 1 times the -4. And notice there's no y. I've already replaced the y. So don't put a y here. The y has been replaced by the -4 because they're equal. And then you write the rest, equals 6, equals 6. Draw my line. Multiply before you do anything else. 1 times -4 is -4, which I will write as a -4, and you bring down your 2x, equals 6. Now, when you get stuck, put a box and circle. I see a circle on both sides. Which one should I get rid of? I should get rid of this one, get it away from the 2x. So the opposite is to eliminate it. So the opposite of negative is positive, and whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. 2x equals 10. So we divide by 2, x equals 5. So then this should be a +5. All right, so I'm going to look for that answer. I see it here, 5, -4. So that's number 2. All right. All right, number 3 has x plus y equals 1, and then 4y equals x plus 24. Now this one, you can use either method, okay? But none of these equations are already in a format where I could do substitution or elimination. For example, elimination is not going to be a good idea because they're not already lined up. So substitution might be a good idea, and I loved seeing so many different ways students did it today. It was pretty awesome, okay? So there's so many ways to do this. I'm just going to have to choose one. All right, so I don't know, like maybe I will do a substitution here. I'm going to make this the sad face, but it's not sad yet because it's not isolated. So if you think about it, this is a box, a cloud, and a circle. So none of them are like terms, but let's say I want to get rid of the y. It's going to appear over here, the opposite sign. So you get x equals, since it's a circle and a cloud, they can't combine, so you write them side by side. You can write 1 minus y or -y plus 1. I'm going to write it this way. Now my sad face appears. Here's your injured player, which is equal to this entire other player. And so if you look for where the x is in the other equation, here, that drops out, and then this goes in. So I'm going to rewrite that over here. You write the 4, then the y, then the equals, and then you drop the x and you plug in -y plus 1, and then you write plus 24, plus 24. And if you're like, well, what do I do now? Then just draw your shapes. This is a cloud, a circle, and a circle. Notice these circles are on the same side, so you can actually combine them. So 4y equals negative, I'm going to make this a 1y. This is going to be plus 25. Now if I reshape, I see that I have a cloud on both sides. So now I need to remove one of them. And since this cloud is next to a circle, let's remove this one. So it's the clouds are on one side, the circle's on the other side. So to eliminate it, I got to do the opposite, which is to add 1y. Add 1y. So these will eliminate when you add them. So this is 25. 4y plus 1y is 5y. And then to get the y by itself, you have to divide by 5, divide by 5. So y should equal 5. Let me check my answer key. Yep. And then we need to figure out what the x is. So let's say you want to figure out this one. Use this one. So x plus, now remember this y is going to come out and you're going to put the 5 in. X plus 5 equals 1. So we subtract 5 from both sides, and x equals, what's 1 plus a negative 5? It's negative 4. So the answer is negative 4 comma 5, which is correct. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it on top of that. Okay. All right. Number 4. Like I said, try to now number 3. There's a lot of ways you could have done it. Okay. So I don't think that my way is the only way. There's definitely, I saw so many varieties today. It was really awesome. Like some students were doing problems that I would not have thought of, and I was really proud of that. So 2x plus 1y, we're just copying number 4. 2x plus 1y equals negative 6. And then 1x minus 1y equals 3. So now this one, actually, I don't even know if I need to do this, because if you look here, I would use elimination. They're already set up pretty nicely, and I don't need to multiply anything because these already eliminate. So let's go ahead and add down. So I would have add. And because we added these and they're opposites, they eliminated. So what's 2x plus 1x? 3x. And then negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. Then divide, x equals negative 1. All right, so then once we do that, we can plug negative 1 into here or here. Since I already have an arrow here, I'll just go and use the top equation. So 2 instead of x, I'm going to plug in a negative 1 in its place. So there's no more x here. Plus 1y equals negative 6. All right, and then you multiply this together. Negative 2 plus 1y equals negative 6. You can, if you circle these and cloud these, you can see that this circle needs to go. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So you get 1y equals negative 4, and you have your answer. So our answer is negative 1, negative 4. All right, guys, I'm going through this a little bit quickly, but you can always pause at any time. All right, let's do number 5. I'm going to flip to the back. Number 5. All right, so number 5, this is actually very quick. X equals negative 4, and then y equals x plus 4. The beauty of this is that we already have x. Okay, it's right here. So all you got to do is take the x and plug it in, the negative 4 into here. So y equals negative 4 plus 4. What does this add to be? It's actually 0. So then your y is 0, and you're done. Okay? And then number 6, y equals negative 3. And this one, man, I saw a lot of cool ways students did this problem. It was pretty neat. Okay, you could have used either method here. I'm going to go ahead and change these into decimals, okay? So this is going to be y equals negative 1.5x plus 15. This is going to be y equals 0.4x plus, I don't know what 18 divided by 5 is. Let's see. 18, I mean, I could figure it out, but right now, at the end of the day, plus 3.6. And let me double check 2 divided by 5. Okay, 0.4. So now, guys, there's so many ways to do this. And some of you guys said, hey, I see an isolated variable. I'm going to put a sad face. Some of you guys decided to do like elimination, which was really cool too. You can eliminate the y's, or some of you guys decided, I'm going to multiply the top by 0.4 and the bottom by 1.5. So I'm going to do substitution, okay? So here's my sad face. Here is what it's equal to. Here's where the y is supposed to be. Drop that out and bring this in. So I'm going to rewrite this equation with this in on the side, negative 1.5x plus 15 equals, and I'm going to write the rest of that equation 0.4x plus 3.6. And then if you see your box and then your circle, hold on, I think someone's trying to come into the classroom. Let's see. Okay, so then I have a box on both sides. I would do one of these. So I'm going to add 1.5x. There's a lot of flexibility here, but I'm going to do the boxes first. So then this 15 comes down. These get added. That's a 1.9x, 0.4 plus 1.5. Bring down the plus 3.6. This is a circle, a box, and then a circle. Let's get the circle away. It's positive, so let's do the elimination, do the opposite. So then we get 1.9x equals, let me do 15. 15 minus 3.6 equals 11.4. Divide by 1.9 on each side. So x is going to be, divide by 1.9 is 6. So we got 6. I'm going to write it here. Now let's try to find y. All right, so maybe I'll do this one. So y equals 0.4 times 6 plus, what was 18 divided by 5? 1.18 divided by 5? 3.6. Okay, so then multiply that together first. 0.4 times 6 equals plus 3.6 equals 6. So it came out to be 6 as well. All right, so there's this one. I saw a lot of cool ways that students did it. So number 5 should be -4 comma 0. And then, or number 5 should have been. And then number 6 should have been 6 comma 6. Okay? But in order for you to get credit for the classwork, you have to have this paper, okay, with the correct work. So hopefully that helps, and I will see you guys tomorrow.